With Michael Moore, he has a 5-point plan for things you must do in 2017. 1, visit your member of Congress in their local office over the holiday break. 2, insist the DNC appoint new progressive leaders. 3, form your own rapid response team of 5 to 10 people. 4, plan on being at the inauguration weekend protests and go to protests all over the country now and in the future. And 5, have a plan B. As bad as you think it's going to be, it's going to be worse. Michael, some of them are very clear. We got number 1, visit your member of Congress, a local office, and the local
They're home now. They're all home in their districts right now.
Right.
You can literally go downtown and see them.
The local office is more important than Washington because then that member knows you are really from that district and you have a vote there. But let's go to the one, the form your own rapid response team of 5 to 10 people. How does that work?
All right. Basically, it's very easy because a lot of people stop me and ask, Mike, what can we do? What can we do? Don't think in the large terms like there has to be some national. There's no time to form some national new organization or whatever. You and 5 of your friends or 10 of your family members or whatever need to form the, just pick the street you live on. You live on Oak Street. You're the Oak Street Rapid Response Team during the Trump administration, and your job is going to be whatever happens. You're gonna be on a call list. You're gonna be on a text list. You're going to be on each other's Facebook, and you're going to immediately. We've got to call our member of Congress. We have to write a letter. We have to go down to City Hall. We have to have our voices heard on this matter. So whatever's going to come up, we don't know everything because just like we didn't know anything that was going to happen this year, we really don't know how it's going to all play out next year. So you've got to be ready with your core group of people where you're going to act. And if everybody does this, if everybody has 5 to 10 people, and name your group whatever you want to call it, you can even make up your own website. It's very easy to do this stuff, and this thing will spread like wildfire, and they won't know what will hit them because it's going to be coming from the grassroots.
And then that last one about have a plan B, because as bad as you think it's going to be, it's going to be worse. So you have an idea of how bad it's going to be, but even you think it's going to be worse than you think it's going to be, so you can't really imagine how bad it's going to be, I guess.
That is correct, and you must have passed your existentialist philosophy course. That is actually exactly right, and it's kind of a downer to sort of end the year. We're in the holiday season now, where we're festive. We got the eggnog out. And here I am saying it's going to be even worse than what you think it's going to be, but it actually will be. And you've received a trailer, a preview, a coming attraction from President-elect Trump, and that has been how he's behaved since the election. You've seen the cabinet he's put together of millionaires and billionaires and generals, and Nikki Haley. And you've witnessed that he's far more concerned about Alec Baldwin than what is going on around the world. The tweeting won't stop. Listen, he has 3 addictions: Twitter, the red light that's on top of that camera there. He needs to be on TV. Expect to see some form of Donald Trump show on some network. I totally believe this is going to happen now. And the rallies, he's going to have to be out there. These 3 things are not going to stop, and he's not going to be governing a lot because he's going to be very much that the Trump you showed at the beginning of the first segment. That's pure television. The way he makes the stuff up about we're going to get rid of Obamacare, we're going to replace it. He has nothing to replace it with. It's like he's sitting at the desk on The Apprentice talking to Meatloaf. And it's going to be, I won't say 4 years because I'm not so sure that he's either going to get tired of the job or he's going to screw up in some way because a malignant narcissist who's also a sociopath, you don't want them in public office because they filter everything through how is this going to be good for me? And they end up breaking the law when they do that. So we don't know how this is all going to play out, but it's going to be bad for a lot of people. The people that it's going to be the least bad for, Lawrence, are people like you and me, white guys. But if you're Muslim, if you're Mexican, if you're any kind of an immigrant, if you're African American, if you're a woman, if you're a young person, if you're, you could go through all these different groups of people. that are going to have it very rough. And it's important for the rest of us to stand up for them. If they actually go through with this Muslim registry, I'm going to make sure my name is one of the first names on that registry. And I want everybody to sign up on the registry. Claim you're a Muslim. Just fill this registry up out of protest, but also so that they won't necessarily know where the Muslims are, because everybody's a Muslim. Things like that. We need to get creative. We need to be bold. We need to take some action. We need to get rid of the old guard in the DNC. Boy, if we don't get it together for 2018, if we're still going with the same old crowd, we are doomed. We are going to be doomed in 2020 when the gerrymandering starts again with the new census. All this stuff has to happen now. So, but it's the holidays, right? And I don't want to leave people with a bad taste in their mouth of just how awful.
Don't worry, Michael, don't worry. We have a very uplifting segment following you.
Well,
I was
actually,
ready
yes,
for this.
They told me that. It's a great segment. And they said that because this is the sort of unofficial Lawrence O'Donnell Christmas show, that you and I were going to reprise the duet famously sung by David Bowie and Bing Crosby, the
That's
Christmas
exactly
Carol
right.
of Little Drummer Boy, and that's how we're going to go out of this segment with you and I. That's what now they're telling me. Now they're telling me we're out of time. That we're not going. Wait a minute.
I'm so sorry.
They're
Michael.
saying that you can't. He can sing. He's Irish. Of course he can sing.
I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable. But
Michael Moore, the 5-point plan.
have a great holiday. Lawrence, everybody watching, Lawrence, you've done an excellent job this year. Thank you for that, and thank you for early on calling it for what it is here. And now, Lawrence,
Michael, thank you. Michael Moore is going to sing us into the commercial. Go ahead, Michael.
I play my drum for him, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa